I think we have a couple of videos to play before we get started. My name is Stuart
How long
McMullen.
are they?
They're 2 minutes each. One was supposed to play for Andrews and one was supposed to play for mine.
Can we just pass on them and you go ahead and testify, sir?
I can do that. My name is Stuart McMullen.
All right.
I am for the bill, and I'm here on behalf of the Fathers' Rights Movement of Texas, Fixed Family Courts, myself, and my son Sterling. And I've got my testimony written out for y'all to read,
Okay.
if you would. And then I'd also like to hand out a handout so that you can see, have a visual representation of how the actual current
Okay, if you'll just give
visitation
it to that
is.
young lady, she'll make sure we get it.
And while you're waiting for that, here's a picture of my son and I taken recently,
Okay.
just to bring it close to your heart, like he is to mine.
You can go ahead and proceed, Mr. McMullen.
Okay.
Okay, please.
I'd like to thank Representative Pena, his staff, Marcella and Michael, for bringing this bill to the committee, and also to Moria Jones for her assistance. I'm here because I am a victim of the family court system. My son is also a victim of the family court system. It is broken and it needs to be fixed. Although House Bill 2363 is not perfect and does not fit all of the problems with the family courts, it is a huge step in the right direction. Therefore, I'm asking that you support this bill and pass this bill. Assuming that both parents are fit and loving, I believe that a child should be with both parents equally. Not only is this a logical approach, but Mr. Sanford, this is a theological approach as well, and that it's a God-given right for a child to have both parents equally, and that both parents have equal access to their child. If you think about it, Ms. Riddle, Representative Riddle, I live a few miles from Sterling School. I'm self-employed. I set my own schedule. I work around my possession schedule. I'm the homeroom dad. I'm a watchdog. I volunteer at the school. I coach his sports. I'm an active participant in his life. I take him to the doctor. I take him to the dentist. I take him to get haircuts. I pay for the extracurricular activities. I provide food, clothing, and shelter for him. Why should I be denied the right to have possession of my child at least half the time? Why should anyone else in my situation be denied that right? We shouldn't be, but the system is broken and it needs to be fixed. Some of the opponents of this bill will argue that it's all about not having to pay child support. I would say that they're wrong, but it is part of the problem. I would also say that the child support system is broken and it needs to be fixed as well. If I'm willing to have possession of my son at least half of his life, why should I pay someone else to do what I'm willing to do myself? So again, he has his own room in his house, his own clothes, his own toys, his own food. He uses water, glass, and electricity. I have all of these expenses even when he's not with me. So again, I ask, why should I pay someone else to take care of Sterling when I'm able and willing to do it myself? Why is the state forcing their opinion on me of what is the best for Sterling? This system is intruding into my son's life, denying him equal access to both parents, and I have to pay his mother to do something I can do for him myself. This is wrong and needs to change. Dr. Richard Warshak, who is an expert on this, from the University of Texas Southwestern Medical Center, states in his article, Social Science and Parenting Plans for Young Children, a consensus report. Shared, and I quote, shared parenting should be the norm for children of all ages including very young children.
Mr. McMullen, can you kind of conclude and wrap it up for us?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Ms. Riddle, Representative Riddle, you mentioned last week that children are used as pawns and used in tug of war. I was only allowed to talk to my son 8 times in the past year because the final decree did not specifically state that we allow phone access. The cops were called on me for being at my son's school on days that I did not have possession. I was being alienated from my son, and he was being alienated from me. All of this is not good for the child. But if both parents have equal access, there would be less chance of parental alienation. There's some statistics here that Representative Pena went through. And finally, I'm going to flip to the last page just to speed things along. Second to last paragraph. Texas needs to be a leader for equal rights, and Texans need you to support this bill, encourage this bill, and pass this bill. On March 25th, in this room, Steve Bresnan from the Family Law Foundation testified on House Bill 1195 by Representative Bohack. Mr. Bresnan opposed the bill because, as he said...
Well, Mr. McMullen, let me stop you there. We can't talk about another bill because that bill's not before us, okay?
Okay.
We only talk
Strike
about
that.
the bills that are here, and the reason for that is you will subject the bill to a point of order if I allow you to do that, and so we'll have to strike that testimony.
Strike that.
Okay, thank
It's
you.
not what he said, other than, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Okay.
Well, I'm here to tell you that the system is broke, and we do need to fix it. He also said, get the state out of the way. And I couldn't agree with him more, because the state does need to get out of the way and let all fit and loving parents have equal access to their children. We do not need the state to determine what is in the best interest of our children. As a fit and loving parent, it is assumed that I know the best interest of my child, not the state.
Thank you, Mr. McMullen. Any questions for Mr. McMullen, members? Mr. McMullen, thank you for